let's finish off seeing how the internet did react to the game yesterday. A lot of great reactions over the internet after that last gasp win. As Madison said after the game, as much as I'm dying for just a nice 3-0 comfortable win, there is just that something about a last-minute winner that's special, and that's definitely what we saw yesterday. But Spurs tweeting out yesterday saying Brennan Johnson 90+6, and that's the scenes. Just look at this clip that Spurs put out yesterday with that camera on the byline.
Absolute scenes.
Perfect. Brennan, as cool as you like, just waltzes over to the Tottenham fans and does that João Pedro celebration. I love that.
The absolute scenes. Højbjerg sliding in. Absolutely love it. So great. So great.
A nice little bit of Sonny loving with Cuti Romero. I love that. Look at that. Look. And the Sonny hug is back.
Absolutely love it.
Because when Sonny first came back, you saw those little half-ass hugs, and now the Sonny hug is back in full swing. Go down to the Coys Daniel, saying Romero looks so proud and relieved, 100%. That is what you call a man that is loving life at Tottenham.
He kind of just like falls into Sonny with that hug. He's just like, we needed that. He does look a bit relieved, doesn't he?
Here he is, Mr. Tottenham from Zara. That is when Sonny first came on the pitch yesterday, and that's the moment we were talking about. A hero's welcome from Sonny, and he just showed that leadership mentality once again.
I don't know if you can play with sound, but you can hear the roar when he comes on. Everyone is so excited to have him back, and like it was such a loud roar having him back in the team. So really, really great.
Zara again says, what a world-class performance. Sonny, you did a good job again today. Rest well, you deserve it. And there's big smiles from Sonny at the end of the game. And it's so good to see that smile back on Sonny's face, because it was a hard week from him for the South Korea going out to Jordan in a very lackluster performance. You saw him coming back to Spurs without that smile on his face, but it's good to see that smile back on his.
Well, put it this way. Lee Kang-in had to take an extra week holiday. He wasn't available this weekend.
Oh, really?
Hwang wasn't available for Wolves, even though he played the last game for South Korea. So I think it shows the mentality of Son that he didn't want to take any breaks. He wanted to come straight back in. I know it because he's the captain. He feels that responsibility to Tottenham, and he came back. And without him, we might not have won this game. And he made the difference. So so great to have him back. And what a mentality! Look how happy he is. Never get bored of that smile. It's so good to see that smile back.
100%. Another one here saying, welcome back to the star boy. And that Pat Matesa, when he scored yesterday, just dived straight into the fans in that south stand. Look at they don't want to let him go.
No, definitely not. They want to keep him. Absolutely fantastic. Did get booked for it, but what a brilliant moment for him. You saw how happy he was to get on the score sheet there. So phenomenal.
I hate players getting booked for celebrations. I think it's so stupid.
I agree. I think
why should you get a celebration for taking off your shirt or doing that? Why? What is the need for it?
I think the origin of the shirt celebration is, I think it was from Diego Forlan, who scored, took his shirt off, and then the play replayed, and he hadn't had his shirt back on, and he was struggling to get it back on because he was rushing. And for some reason, they decided after that moment, you have to be booked every time you take your shirt off.
For me, it's ridiculous. Let players enjoy the moment.
I agree.
Jean THFC saying, the most Eric Dyer thing I've ever seen. And this is from the Munich Leverkusen game.
So Eric Dyer.
Eric Dyer trying to clear it just straight into his own teammate. And it nearly caused an own goal as well. Bayern Munich got absolutely torn apart yesterday by Leverkusen. 3-0 on the day.
You sign Eric Dyer, what do you expect?
Yeah, I was saying that. I got a text from a friend yesterday being like, what has happened to Bayern Munich? Why are they getting absolutely torn apart by Leverkusen here? And I was like, is it really surprising when they got Eric Dyer at the back?
Yeah, honestly, it shouldn't be that much of a surprise.
Rafi Ben David, our friend from Israel Spurs, showing Vicario celebration at the goal yesterday. Look at that passion from Vicario.
Brilliant. Oh, I love Vicario celebrations. Absolutely phenomenal. It looks like he scored it. The way he does that knee slide. Unbelievable.
Michael Hamilton with a picture here saying a familiar face in the background. This is Heung-min Son after the game. And just look who there is waiting in the wing. Dele Alli is looking on. It's a very weird picture that.
It's an ominous picture. Ominous. But yeah, look, great to have him back in the stadium. Hope he had a good time. He was still not available for Everton, which is a shame. I don't know what his future holds, but good to see him.
Do you think it's because of fitness, or do you think it's because of this situation where if he plays a certain amount of games, they have to pay Spurs 10 million?
Probably that, I would say. Because he might not be fit, but the fact of the matter is, do they want to risk it? Trying to play him into form and then have to pay 10 million to play him into form?
And it's a weird one because Everton played that day earlier on and he's there at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah. There you go.
Carly T saying, hang it in the Louvre. This is Romero putting the captain's armband on Heung-min Son.
The respect.
Look
Soon,
at that.
he's not even on the pitch yet, and he's already giving him the band and making sure everyone knows that Sonny's the captain. He gets the band back.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that the other way, where Heung-min Son's gone over to Kuti Romero and put the captain's armband on him as well. So a lot of respect going there from the two.
Yeah, I just love just look out. Look, Romero just look like so respectful when he's putting on. I absolutely love it.
Invert the Wing saying, no player has created more chances in the entire league than James Maddison since he came back from injury. The king has reclaimed his throne.
The best player in the world. Look, to be fair, I think Maddison's been pretty positive since he's come back. I know people want him to get 3 goals and 3 assists in his first 3 games,
nice.
but that would be nice. But I think he's actually been pretty good. I've been pretty happy with his return. So, and those stats also show that he has been creating chances. So
I would say he's been pretty good, but there's a lot more to come from James Maddison. That's what I would say.
Yeah, there's more to come, but I think it's been a good comeback.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it shows. I think the 3 games he's come back, we've given him 3 sevens.
Yeah.
So that just shows. But Decky on Instagram saying, great win. Thanks for the support. We keep moving. And he was actually visibly frustrated when he got taken off yesterday, slamming his coat down after he got subbed. And I can kind of understand it because he was just about growing into the game. He had the beating of Estepinian, was heavily involved in the goal that we did score. And like you mentioned, it was probably Ange's mistake, one of the mistakes in his substitutions.
Yeah, and he probably felt like as well he was right in the game. He was starting to give Estepinian trouble. He just set up a goal, literally just set up a goal, and then gets taken off. So it must be very frustrating. I can imagine that. And I did think Ange made a mistake. So hopefully they can look past it, moving forward. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think showing by that Instagram message shows it's all forgiven. We won the game. We move on. Library Mini saying, you can tell how exhausted he was, yet he's hyping up the crowd like commitment is unreal. That's our Sonny boy.
Yeah, unbelievable. Is this just after the winner as well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's what I love about Sonny. He never forgets about the supporters. He always makes sure to include them and, get them riled up and hyped up as well. Just what makes him such a great captain. He always has these things at the forefront of his mind. And even when he's just, set up the winner, it's a great jubilant moment. And he's, going back to the centre circle, he makes sure he signals to the fans as well, even though when he's tired.
Proper captain.
Yeah.
Proper
Love
captain.
him.
Library Mini again saying, with Mitoma, I don't know why I find it funny, but it's so warm to see them like this after the game. Sportsmanship. And that's Sonny and Mitoma embracing each other after the game. Obviously play for 2 massive rivals countries, Japan and South Korea. Both had very lackluster Asia Cups as well, and they're both playing on the pitch together.
Yeah, lovely moment between the two.
Spurs, Ben Davis on Instagram saying, I think we're all happy to see Sonny back. And then Fraser Forster wearing Sonny's South Korea jersey. You just see how tight it is on him.
It's like about to break out. Yeah. Unbelievable.
He looks like the Hulk in that.
I love that he's brought a shirt and he's put it on. It's so funny. Love that from Fraser.
Fraser Forster and the vibes. The fans are loving it. This was at full time, obviously, when people are calling us, or Spurs fans are calling us Nightclub FC. Exactly. And it definitely turns into that after the game.
Exactly. He's going to start pre-drinking at the lane.
Ange Ball, this is from the Premier League, saying Spurs are on the joint second longest streak in the Premier League history. So that equaled Liverpool's record for the longest scoring streak in the Premier League, which ran from 2019 to 2020. And now Spurs is from March 23 to the present day. We've scored in 36 consecutive games. Only one team ahead of us at the moment.
I don't want to mention, but it's actually pretty mad. Apart from obviously Brighton from the March team, I think all of those other teams were league winners in those years, and were very good teams as well. So it just goes to show how hard it is to do.
Just goes to show. Coyes Daniel saying, low key almost cried laughing from this, and this was Mitoma. Romero bodying Porro.
He doesn't care who's in the way. He's getting to that ball, and doesn't matter if it's Porro, doesn't matter who it is. Romero said, "I'm getting there," and he had to wipe out Porro to get there.
I'm pretty sure he did the same with Destiny as well. A bit later in the game.
Doesn't matter when the ball needs to be got to. Romero's there. Doesn't matter who's in his way.
Johnny H, big friend of the channel,
big up
with
Johnny.
His clip from Brendan Johnson's goal yesterday, and look at the scenes in that south stand.
Yeah, such a great, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, absolutely popped off. I just love scenes of it. There's nothing like a last-minute winner, is there? There's nothing like it.
We've seen quite a few of them at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this year. The Spurs Watch saying, Mr. Tottenham, and look at the passion on Heung-min Son's face there.
Yeah, back at Spurs, and that hasn't lost any passion since he's gone away. Absolutely love it.
Sergeant Sonny saying Big Vic just gets it, doesn't he? And we showed you this earlier on, but let's watch it again.
Why not?
It's unbelievable.
It's a great slide as well. Look how long that slide goes on for. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Youngmin Son on Instagram says, happy to be back. We left it late, but with you all behind us, we always knew we had a chance for the 3 points. Thank you everyone for your support, welcoming me back. It was a tough week, but you have all lifted me. And now I think we're going to see a special now, second half of the season from Sonny.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And it's so great for him to be back in the family environment of Spurs where, you know, he's got great quality players around him and everyone respects him and loves him. And you can see that, you know, straight away he wanted to come and help the team. And that was the consequence, got the winning moment.
James Maddison on Instagram after the game with one word, character, and with him down to his knees celebrating that winner with Højbjerg running off in the distance as well. It's just great to see again.
And it was interesting hearing Maddison after I don't know if you saw his interview, but he was saying how, you know, late in the game where, you know, maybe there's some tired legs and stuff, he said the crowd really lifted us and they never stopped singing, they never stopped going, and it really helped us find that moment late in the game to score. So really great for Maddison to acknowledge that. And I thought another good performance from him.
You see with James Maddison, like, he seemed to have just like got it straight away what it means to be a Spurs player, and he embodies everything that Spurs is about, and he's a proper Tottenham Hotspur player, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely love him, 100%.
Squawker saying Tottenham are the only side both to win 15 plus points from losing positions and lose 15 plus points from winning positions in the Premier League this season. It's never boring under Ange. And, you know, Ange was speaking about that in the pre-match press conference, and it's absolutely spot on.
Yeah, literally. You don't know. You can never relax when Spurs are winning, and you can never relax when they're losing. You never kind of give up because it keeps happening. So it's a mad to be a Tottenham fan looking at that stat. Literally, you can never be comfortable.
Never relax. Pape Sarr needs to be protected from Yido Gus. And look at this. This is what I was talking about in the match review. Look at this heat map from Pape Sarr. Look at the amount of ground he covers.
It's crazy.
It's madness.
It's actually insane. It's actually insane. Look at that. It's a massive square, whatever, I don't know if you call that square, but it's just a massive area, which like compared to everyone else, is just so big. Yeah. It just shows like how hard he works and the tireless running he gives.
Absolutely. Spurs Web saying, just showing that Maddison going and running to the fans and giving his shirt after the game. He absolutely loved that in the celebrations after the game, didn't he?
A nice little moment and very lucky fan getting his shirt. Look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely moment from Madders.
Vicario and Brennan Johnson after game. Look at that hug, Vicario. He's like squeezing him to death there.
Those Vicario hugs are becoming iconic. Absolutely love them.
Tottenham tweeting out the goal scorers, Papsar and Brennan Johnson. Great picture, that.
Lovely picture. They look like good friends as well.
Papsar is a good friend with everyone.
Yeah, and you can't.
Literally everyone.
He's everyone's little brother, isn't he? Even though Brennan's like probably similar age to him.
Yeah, well, probably about a year in it.
Yeah.
Tottenham as well saying, same Pierre. Look at Pierre's reaction to Brennan Johnson scoring in that last minute.
Yeah, fantastic.
Just on his knees.
Absolutely love it. It's a great picture.
Simon Yamane saying, look at that pass from Son curves towards Brennan Johnson. It was literally the most perfect pass.
Right into his path.
You can't get a better pass than that.
Exactly. Lets him run onto it as well. And good finish. So it's just phenomenal from Sonny.
Tottenham tweeting out saying, our captain, and this is just a nice Rodrigo Bentancur and Heung-min Son embrace from the game yesterday.
Yeah, another lovely moment. Son always acknowledges everyone. I absolutely love it.
Another one of Son and Dele Alli. We showed you that earlier. Mickey van der Ven yesterday going over to, who's it, Van Hecke after the game. I thought Van Hecke actually had an all right game yesterday.
Are they national teammates? Or they, I don't know, or he just appreciating Van Hecke a bit of sportsmanship?
They're both Dutch, aren't they?
They're both Dutch, yeah.
Yeah,
it makes sense, Van Hecke, yeah. So maybe there's a bit of acknowledgement there. Another really nice moment.
Bentancur and Maddison after the game, just with a white heart emoji. And then Spurs Web saying, what a job this man is doing. We're all loving Big Ange. And that was Big Ange just embracing the fans after the game.
I'm loving those when Ange comes over to the fans after games. It's one of the great moments, and then they're playing Angels over the tannoy. It's really great. It's lovely.
It is a sight to behold after we win the game at the Tottenham Stadium, isn't it?
Which is such a difference to how it's been in previous seasons. Even when we won a game, it's like they played glory and everyone goes home, but now it's so
proper
different.
Party atmosphere. Yeah. This was the scenes when Papsar scored yesterday. Obviously, we went through it as well. We saw this one earlier. Craig Tigger says Ange is now averaging more points per game than in any Spurs season since Poch 17-18. So far beyond anything I was expecting at this point. And for, just over half a season to go in his first season, that's brilliant.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we're saying about, like, it's so early yet we're still getting pretty consistent points. You've got to give Spurs credit for that, because we know no one expected us to be getting so many consistent points at this stage of the Ange project. We all thought it was going to be a lot tougher than this, and it has been difficult. There have been challenges, but the way we're dealing them was so much better than I would expect at this stage. It's incredible.
Another nice embrace from Sonny and Brennan Johnson, the two guys that linked up for the last minute winner.
He said after the game, Sonny, I wanted my boy to score.
Yeah, I saw that. Brilliant stuff. And then what I was going on about before, Nightclub FC, our stadium literally just turns into a nightclub after the game. I love it.
That's what Anne said. Some teams want their stadium to be a fortress. We want ours to be a nightclub.
And that's exactly what it is. But it's a fortress as well.
Exactly.
Cho saying captain, and that was just Kuti putting that armband on Heung-min Son once again.
And I think, again, it's the clip of, you can just hear the roar when he comes onto the pitch. It's just great. It was such a big moment in our season. So good.
And the source saying, we ain't forgetting little bro, João Pedro.
Yeah. Johnson does not forget celebrations. If you celebrate against scoring against us, he will not forget. He'll come and find you.
Love it. Premier League panel saying, Heung-min Son is so good. Spurs' service from wide areas has been pretty horrible since he's been at the Asia Cup. All pace and movement with nothing at the end of it. Son changes that within 30 minutes.
And that's what Son brings you. He's a world-class player.
And I love all these, the players coming in after the game. They're actually showing this on the big screen after the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But look at these celebrations. First comes Pedro Porro. Then comes Sonny. Sonny just looks relieved.
He looks knackered.
Bissouma.
Sonny Madders with the darts. Come on.
Yeah, lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's Pape. Come on. Absolutely love it.
And I love this passion from Kuti and Vicario. I was like,
about to get a fight as well, get a punch up for the passion, just pumped up with 3 points. Gonna start a ruckus. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Simply Spurs with a meme of Brighton in the final minute. This is funny.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
That's Ben from EastEnders. That's absolutely.
Mr. Johnson.
That's so funny. I love that. I love that so much.
What are you going to do to me?
Library Mini with the Heung-min Son assist is insane. World-class player. Absolutely was.
Brilliant.
And then obviously Brennan doing the João Pedro celebration. And that is all we have today. So that is how the internet did react to the 2-1 win. Last gasp victory for Tottenham once again at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.